In this project you're going to do some three-dimensional modeling. So what do we mean by a three-dimensional model? Well, down here I've got two pictures. This is a picture drawn in Illustrator, okay? And it appears to be a three-dimensional box. It appears to have a front and a side and a top. And in Sketchup I've also got a box which appears to have a front and a side and a top. So what's the difference between what I've drawn in Sketchup and what I've drawn in Illustrator? Well, the reality is this is just a drawing. I can't turn it around and see what's on the back. Okay? It's just a drawing. That's the front. I can't do anything with it. I can delete lines. Sketchup is different because it's three dimensions. I can rotate it around and I can see the top. I can go up towards the sky and I can see it from every angle. It's not just a flat representation, just a perspective drawing. It's actually a genuinely three-dimensional object. Now the drawing package you're going to use to get rid of those two to draw is a drawing package called Sketchup. If you go to all programs, you'll find it in Sketchup 2016, which you may be watching this, it may be last year's version. And there's three bits in here: Layout and Style Builder, which we're not really bothered with, and the main one itself, Sketchup. Now when Sketchup comes on, you may find it loads loads of information, particularly if it's the first time you've used it. If you've used it several times, it'll come up looking like this. And one of the things it's going to ask you to do is to choose a template. Bit of history. Sketchup was created as a little bit of 3D software, and then it was bought by Google, and Google particularly wanted it for people to be able to draw three-dimensional models of buildings and put them onto Google Earth. After that, Google sold Sketchup onto a company called Trimble. So there's still links, as you'll see, between Sketchup and being able to actually put your work onto Google Earth. So it's designed with the idea of drawing buildings, and you've got several versions. You've got architectural designs, you've got construction designs, you've got urban planning designs, landscape architecture designs, and then a couple down the bottom which are woodworking and interior and production design and 3D printing. So you've got a whole load of them. You'll also notice they come in millimeters and meters and in feet and inches. Trimble and Google are both American companies, and Americans still use feet and inches as their measurements. I know, annoyingly, the one size that most people prefer is centimeters, but for some reason best known to Trimble, this only comes in millimeters and in meter size. So to start off with, I'm going to pick a template. If I was going to do something quite large, I'd pick meters. If we're going to do something quite small, I'd pick one of the smaller woodworking ones probably and pick it in millimeters. So to start off with, very quickly, I'm just going to go to that one, click on Start Using Sketchup. It takes a second or two and it comes up. And because this is one of the larger ones, it comes up with a green ground and a blue sky and a person, and the person is there to give it scale. If I click on New, it won't let me choose a different template very easily. I can save it as a template. The easiest way to get a different template is to reopen it. So every time you open it, it'll ask you which template you want. So if I choose a different one, if I choose woodworking in millimeters, so this is what I'd use if I was making something smaller, like for instance a mobile phone stand. When it comes up without the green ground and the blue sky, and just gives you a grey drawing area. So you need to open up Sketchup, decide which one of the templates you want to use. If it's something big, say go for one of the simple one in meters, something small, one of the woodworking ones in millimeters.